Hello friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So we were on the chapter Dividend Policy and Valuation of the Firm, and our today's topic is approach. So the formula we're going to use here is P0 is equals to D1 plus P1 upon 1 plus KE. Here P0 is present market price of share, D1 is the expected dividend at the end of the year, P1 is the expected market price of share at the end of 1 year, and KE is the cost of equity share capital. So let's start the question. XYZ Limited has 10 lakh equity outstanding. The ruling market price per share is rupees 150. The board of directors of a company contemplates declaring rupees 8 share as dividend at the end of the current year. The rate of capitalization appropriate to the risk class to which the company belongs is 12%. So based on the approach, calculate market price per share of the company when the contemplated dividend is declared and not declared. So, in the first part, we have to calculate the market price per share when dividends are declared. So, using the formula P0 is equals to D1 plus P1 upon 1 plus KE. Here, P0 is 150. Dividend is rupees 8. We have to find P1. 1 plus KE is 12% or 0.12. Now solving it, 150 is equals to 8 plus P1 upon 1.12. 150 into 1.12 is equals to 8 plus P1. 168 is equals to 8 plus P1. 168 minus 8 is equals to P1. 160 is equals to P1. So here the market price of the shares when dividends are declared is rupees 160. Now when dividends are not declared, in this case dividends will equal to 0. So again using the same formula D1 plus P1 upon 1 plus KE. P0 is 150, dividend 0 because dividends are not declared. P1 we have to find it, 1 plus KE. KE is 12% or 0.12. Again solving it, 150 is equals to 0 plus P1 upon 1.12. So 150 into 1.12 is equals to P1, which is equals to 168 is equals to P1. So market price of the shares when dividends are not declared is rupees 168. Now moving on to second part. How many new shares are to be issued by the firm at the end of the year on the assumption that the net income for the year is 2 crore, investment budget is 4 crore and the above dividends are distributed. In second part, they are not distributed. So you have to calculate number of shares to be issued when dividends are declared and second, dividends are not declared. Now first you have to write here net income, which is 2 crore. Here also 2 crore. Now you have to deduct dividend, which would be 8, which is the dividends declared by the firm, into 10 lakh equity shares. So dividend in the first case will be 80 lakh. And here, since dividends are not declared, so you will not write anything here. Retained earning. After deducting dividends from net income, you will be left with retained earning. It would be 1 crore 20 lakh in the first case and 2 crores in the second case. Now you have to deduct retained earning from the investment. Investment was 4 crore. Now deduct retained earning. One crore 20 lakh in the first case and 2 crore in the second. So you will be left with the amount to be raised by the new issue of shares. Amount to be raised by issuing new shares. Here it would be 2 crore 80 lakh and here 2 crores. Now to find the number of shares, you have to divide this amount by the market value of shares. This market value of shares have been calculated by us in a first part. It was 160 when dividends are declared and 168 when dividends are not declared. So number of shares is, let's write it A and B. A divided by B. 2 crore 80 lakh divided by 2 crore 80 divided by 160. So 1,75,000 shares are issued when dividends are declared. And second case, 2 crore divided by 168. It is 1,19,048 shares when dividends are not declared. So the second part is also solved here. Moving on to the third part. In the third part, we have to show that the total market value of the shares at the end of the accounting year will remain the same whether dividends are either distributed or not distributed. Also find out the current market value of the firm under both situations. So to find out the total market value, we need to find out the total number of shares at the end of the year. So number of shares at the end of year. So when dividends are declared and second, dividends are not declared. Now write existing shares, that is 10 lakh equity shares on the both sides. Now new shares that we calculated in our second part, 1,75,000 in the first case and 1,19,048 in the second case. Now add it, 11,75,000 in the first case and 11,19,048 in the second case. Now you have to multiply it by the market price of the shares. So market price of shares, that was 160 in the first case when dividends are declared and 168 in the second when dividends are not declared. So you will get the value of shares. 1175,000 into 160. It is 18 and 6 times zeros. 18, 8, 6 times zeros in the first case and second case into 168. It is 188, 4 times 0, 64. Now you can see that the value of the shares are quite similar to each other. Hence we can say that the total market of the shares at the end of the accounting year remains the same whether the dividends are declared or whether they are not declared. Now we have to solve the market value of the firm under both the situations. So first, dividends are paid. Now we have a formula for this and it is 1 upon 1 plus KE bracket N plus M into P1 minus investment plus earning. This is the formula. This is the N is existing shares. M new shares issued. P1 market price of shares. I investment. E earning of the firm. And KE is the cost of equity capital. Now just put the values. 1 upon 1 plus KE. KE was 12% or 0.12. N existing shares 10 lakh. And new shares were 1,75,000 when dividends are paid. Now multiplied by 160. That is the market value of the shares when dividends are paid minus investment. Investment is 4 crore and plus earning, that is 2 crore net income. Now solve it. 10 lakh plus 1,75,000 into 160 minus 4 crore plus 2 crore. Divide by 1.12. 15 crore. So it is the value of the firm when dividends are paid. Now second, value of the firm when dividends are not paid. Again using the same formula, 1 upon 1 plus KE, bracket N plus M. N is the existing shares, M is the new shares issued. P1 market price of the shares when dividend are not paid. Minus I, that is investment, and E is the earning of the firm or net income. Again put the values. KE is 0.12. New share, existing share 10 lakh. New shares in this case was 1,19,048. Multiply it by 168, which was the market value of the share when dividends are not paid. We have calculated it in a very first part. Investment is 4 crore and earning 2 crores. Again calculate it. 10 lakh plus 1,19,448 into 168 minus 4 crore plus 2 crore divided by 1.12. It is 15. 5 times 5, 7. So this is the value of the firm when dividends are not paid. So guys, here your question is completed. So thank you for watching this video.